Welcome back to Factory Window. Today we're stirring up some cheesy goodness as we dive into the delicious world of Kraft Mac and Cheese. Ever wondered how those iconic blue boxes get filled with perfectly portioned pasta and that magical orange powder? Stick around because we're peeling back the wrapper on how Kraft Mac and Cheese goes from factory to fork. Let's start with a background on powdered cheese, a key ingredient that makes this delicacy possible. The story of Kraft Mac and Cheese starts in the early 20th century. At the time, America was grappling with the problem of inconsistent cheese quality and spoilage, so much so that some grocery stores wouldn't stock cheese in summer. James L. Kraft, an ambitious entrepreneur, took the challenge seriously, experimenting with various strategies to preserve cheese without reducing its quality. He tried wrapping cheese in tin foil and jars to increase the shelf life of natural cheese, and he even tried canning it. These experiments yielded fruit when he created a shelf-stable cheese product using heat treatment and sodium phosphate to make processed cheese. This invention resulted in him getting the first processed cheese patent in America in 1916, giving rise to what we know as Kraft processed cheese and a key ingredient in Kraft Mac and Cheese. Kraft would become one of the top cheese brands for American households by the 1930s. As the Great Depression and a looming World War created economic constraints and food shortages, Kraft was finding creative ways to get processed cheese on the tables of more American households. This spirit of innovation resulted in the development of powdered cheese, and in 1937, Kraft sold its first batch of boxed mac and cheese. Although mac and cheese recipes date back more than 400 years, they relied on fresh cheese. With shelf-stable cheese now available, Kraft's next step was to develop an affordable and easy-to-make product out of this comfort food. Boxed mac and cheese debuted in the market with the catchy slogan, "Make a meal for 4 in 9 minutes." Kraft mac and cheese became a popular dish during the World War, but it has remained a pantry staple for more than 83 million Americans. The classic Kraft mac and cheese box contains macaroni noodles and cheese sauce. Let's look into how each is made. Pasta production is the first step in making mac and cheese. Kraft makes its pasta from wheat flour and water. They use durum wheat mainly because of its benefits as a pasta flour, since it produces pasta that maintains its hardness for longer and can withstand overcooking better without losing its firmness and bounce. Kraft also chooses flour that meets high production standards that align with its sourcing and processing requirements. Once the flour is sourced, it's added alongside water to a mixer. The water-flour ratio is closely monitored to ensure the right consistency of the dough. Since Kraft has stopped using artificial colors in its products, it infuses the macaroni noodles with bright red paprika to produce that yellow-orange color we associate with mac and cheese. The wheat-water mixture is transferred from the mixer into an automated kneading machine. In the kneading machine, the flour and water are kneaded to allow the proper formation of gluten, which produces the desired texture of the macaroni. The dough is then transferred into a vacuum mixer to remove all trapped air. At this point, the dough is ready for shaping. Kraft Mac and Cheese has a characteristic elbow shape thanks to the shape of the factory's die. The dough is extruded into the elbow-shaped die and cut. Automation is key in the macaroni making process and allows the factory to accurately measure ingredients, knead the dough, and cut the pasta into the desired shapes and consistent sizes. Once all the dough is shaped, the macaroni is dried in a climate-controlled environment for shelf stability and flavor maintenance. The pasta dries for several hours or days. Once dry, the pasta is ready for packaging into different packages. Both the pasta and cheese sauce mix are packaged together. So let's get into how Kraft makes their cheese sauce mix. While we cannot dismiss the role pasta plays in mac and cheese, it is the cheese sauce mix that elevates the macaroni from plain pasta to the delicacy we've all grown to love. Kraft relies on its patented processes to produce different cheese sauce flavors. They start by producing the cheese from scratch. To make cheese, they source their milk from pre-vetted vendors, ensuring it is free from artificial growth hormones. The first step in cheese production is pasteurizing milk by heating it rapidly to about 73 degrees Celsius and then cooling it just as fast to 29 degrees Celsius. This process kills microorganisms that cause milk spoilage. The next step involves adding cheese cultures into the pasteurized milk to begin maturation. The process lasts about 45 minutes before the addition of rennet. Rennet starts the coagulation process, which continues undisturbed for 30 minutes. After this, the coagulated curd is cut into smaller pieces and heated to separate the whey. After all the whey is removed from the curd, the cheese is left to age. Once ready, the cheese is used to make the cheese sauce mix. The exact ingredients in the Kraft cheese sauce mix are a secret only Kraft knows, but it contains powdered cheese. The powdered cheese is combined with other ingredients to give the pasta its unique flavor. We don't know what exact process Kraft uses to make its powdered cheese, but it contains a mixture of cheddar cheese, emulsifying salts, and other ingredients. The mixture is heated to produce a homogeneous product with better melting qualities and improved shelf stability. The molten cheese mixture is blended and cooked with other ingredients to produce a unique flavor combination. Flavors in the Kraft Mac and Cheese product line include classic, ranch, and natural flavors with jalapeno. The cheese sauce mix is then dehydrated in industrial food dehydrators to produce a powder. Traditionally, Kraft added artificial colors to produce the characteristic yellow coloring of their cheese powder. However, in 2015, they stopped using artificial colorings. Instead, today's cheese sauce mix powder consists of natural coloring from spices like bright red paprika, yellow turmeric, and annatto. The cheese sauce mix powder is portioned into packages of different sizes depending on the number of servings per pasta box. These packages are sealed firmly to prevent moisture. Once the pasta and cheese sauce mix are ready, assembling them into their respective packages is the next step. The original Kraft packaging consisted of 4 servings per box. Today, the package has evolved to include single servings in a microwavable cup to a family-size box. Regardless, weight detectors measure the pasta carefully to ensure the right quantity per box. The cheese sauce mix of the corresponding size is added to the pasta package before airtight sealing. When packing microwavable servings, white anti-foaming starch is added to the pasta to prevent the pasta from overboiling when microwaving. As part of the packaging, the packages are labeled with the batch numbers and dates. Labeling also includes warnings for allergens. Macaroni consists of gluten and milk, which may be problematic for consumers with gluten and lactose intolerance. Kraft also includes nutritional information in line with FDA regulations. It might surprise you how much protein mac and cheese has, which was one of the reasons it became popular in the 1930s and 40s when meat was a scarce commodity. The individual mac and cheese packages are packaged into larger boxes and pallets in readiness for distribution to wholesalers and distributors. Quality control is integral to Kraft Mac and Cheese production. From sourcing ingredients to packaging, every step ensures quality. For cheese, they use milk from cows without artificial hormones, and their wheat flour is free from post-harvest chemical treatments. Inside the factory, automated systems precisely measure and mix ingredients for consistent texture and taste. During pasta production, pieces that don't meet standards are removed. The packaging process is monitored to ensure the correct pasta-to-cheese mix ratio and weight. Samples are taken at various stages, from mixing to packaging, for thorough quality checks. Finally, each batch undergoes testing to maintain Kraft's high standards. That's the behind-the-scenes process of how Kraft Mac and Cheese is made. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into how everyday products are manufactured.